Good morning, San Diego. I'm Tom Jordan.
And I'm Alexis Del Chiara. Welcome to your Black Friday. It is November 23rd.
The ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is holding this morning, but the angry words are still flying back and forth. We've got the very latest. 2
people are dead and dozens are injured after a fog bank caused a pile up in Texas. We'll show you the pictures.
And it is time for shopping. Today is Black Friday. We've got the latest on the shopping frenzy here in San Diego.
And Dave Scott's in the house today.
Yeah, if you're going to be hitting the roadways for Black Friday, heading down to the mall or doing any kind of shopping, well, guess what? You're going to run into some fog this morning. Details in just a moment. Good morning, San Diego.
This is Good Morning San Diego.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
It was a wonderful day, and I hope you did as well.
Dinner was yesterday. Today, it's time for shopping.
It certainly is. Black Friday has begun, and KUSI's John Soderman has more about this holiday shopping frenzy.
John Soderman, KUSI News.
A suspect in an attempted murder is dead this morning following an early morning high-speed chase through Pacific Beach. Police say the driver allegedly shot his lover in the back of the head earlier in the month in Green Valley, Missouri. The woman survived, and the suspect fled in her stolen Chevrolet minivan. Police were notified by a Green Valley detective that the suspect's cell phone had been tracked to Pacific Beach. Police surrounded the minivan, and a 45-minute-long standoff took place. Officers eventually discovered the suspect had taken his own life by shooting himself in the chest. A man is recovering in the hospital this morning after being stabbed several times. This attack happened last night at about 10 o'clock at a party in the Midway District. The victim was stabbed several times in the chest. Instead of getting himself to the hospital, he drove to his Pacific Beach home where his wife found him and called for help. The man's injuries are not life-threatening, and investigators are still trying to determine the motive of his attacker. Feeding America joined forces with the new Children's Museum and the House of Blues yesterday, hosting Thanksgiving dinner for some of San Diego's homeless population. There were 2 locations downtown providing the meals, the new Children's Museum on Island and the House of Blues on 5th Avenue. Each venue fed 600 families, with most of the food donated by Ralph's and Food for Less. Food was also donated by Mogul, the customer loyalty platform for restaurants that offers a meal for a meal donation program.
Their hands are on the trigger.
And in relation to the violence there in Israel and Gaza, there's some brutal video making its way around the world right now. It purportedly shows members of Hamas in Gaza torturing and killing Palestinians accused of spying for Israel. Hamas leaders are surprisingly claiming responsibility for this grotesque video, saying the men were giving away locations of Hamas rocket sites, but headlines around the world are now calling them savages. It is the famous picture in the White House Situation Room during the SEAL team assault to capture Osama bin Laden, the president, the VP, the secretaries of state and defense in their hero poses. But now we are finding out that another picture from that room is being hidden from the world. When terrorists attacked the consulate in Benghazi, it is unknown who was in the Situation Room monitoring that violence. CBS News formally requested the photos of that 9/11 Situation Room moment so the world could see who was there. Well, the White House is saying no and pushing this decision to the White House press office, which is ignoring the CBS request without any official explanation. Did you know that Mexico is not really called Mexico? The country that is just 17 miles from downtown San Diego is officially called the United Mexican States, not Mexico. President Felipe Calderon, as one of his last moves before leaving office, wants to officially change the name of the country. The United Mexican States name was chosen back in 1824 to emulate the United States of America. Well, Calderon now says Mexico doesn't need to emulate anyone. He just wants it to be Mexico. It's been tried before. It didn't work out, so we'll see if it works out this time around.
While we were eating turkey and pumpkin pie down here on Earth, they were celebrating up in space.
NASA astronaut Kevin Ford is aboard the International Space Station along with 2 Russian cosmonauts. He says that even though the Russians don't have Thanksgiving, it's customary for crew members to celebrate each other's holidays. Ford says the Thanksgiving spread is just like a traditional dinner, but on the space station, foods are either freeze-dried or thermo-stabilized. So probably not as good as we enjoyed yesterday here back on Earth, but still nice to celebrate up in space.
Freeze-dried turkey.
Yeah.
Well, Dave Scott, I think that if you put enough cranberry sauce and gravy on it, no matter what, it'll taste fine.
Probably works out.
Yeah, and I have a feeling I know what
The granddaddy of all the Thanksgiving Day meals is the annual Salvation Army Thanksgiving Day Feast at Golden Hall. They have been serving there for 29 years. Nearly 2,000 needy San Diegans were served there yesterday, but this year the stories of those in need are changing. Here's KUSI's Steve Bosch to explain. The holiday lights are on in Del Mar with the annual drive-through Holiday Light Show. The Holiday of Lights is a 1.5-mile track of more than 400 dazzling displays. Cars lined up there last night to get their first sneak peek.
Coming up on Good Morning San Diego, plenty of gridiron action yesterday. And if you missed a game or two because you were eating or maybe in your food coma, don't worry, we've got you covered.
Yeah, Paul Rudy is coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
I've got to go away, but baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been...
How did this song end?
So
Did she stay?
Well, he basically says don't go because you'll catch pneumonia and die.
Yeah. But
So
really, he wants her to stay
that's
for
where we
other
leave
reasons.
It. We don't know. I think she stayed because he scared her with the whole pneumonia thing.
There needs to be a part 2 of that song, I think.
I
After all
agree.
these decades,
You're so
I want
right
to find out
about
what happened.
Okay. Well, today is Black Friday, but things got started yesterday with Black Thursday.
Yeah, and another top retailer that opened even earlier this year was Walmart. Look at this. Stores across the country opening their doors to discounters at 8 o'clock last night, 2 hours earlier than last Thanksgiving. As the official kickoff of the holiday shopping seasons, stores like Walmart saw customers, well, circling displays and lining up outside in anticipation of the shopping frenzy.
The National Retail Federation expects some 147 million people to hit the stores over the weekend. 6 a.m. Good morning, San Diego. I'm Alexis Del Chiaro.
And I'm Tom Jordan. Today is Friday, November 23rd. A high-speed pursuit by police of an attempted murder suspect in Pacific Beach has a fatal ending.
Malls across the country are packed with shoppers looking for the best deals, and we'll tell you what's happening here in San Diego.
And Dave Scott's got your forecast.
Absolutely, and we are in a fog this morning. Details in just a moment. Good morning, San Diego.
Well, it is time to get shopping. Black Friday has begun.
KUSI's John Soderman has more on the holiday shopping frenzy.
Well, today, of course, is Black Friday, and Brandy Williams is really excited about this.
Yeah, we sent out our resident shopper to Otay Ranch Town Center. Good morning, Brandy.
Hi guys, good morning. I'm down here at Otay Ranch Town Center. I love shopping, but Tom, is there something I can pick out for you?
Oh, of course. Yeah, if there's an electronics store nearby, please go in, pick something out, something wide and large, and that broadcasts images that are moving. That'd be great. I'd love that.
Oh, no problem whatsoever. I'll just put it on your tab.
All right, thanks so much.
Brandy, we'll see you back in a little bit. All right, we've got so much more to come here on Good Morning San Diego. We're just getting started.
Yeah, we're going to check out our top stories. And Feeding America joined forces with the new Children's Museum and the House of Blues yesterday. We'll show you how they saved Thanksgiving for some San Diegans in need.
And our Facebook question today is about Black Friday. We're wondering if you think Black Friday is a fun shopping day with amazing deals or a huge headache that's just not worth it. Log on and sound off. We'll be right back.
Great to have you along this morning. Got a great lineup this morning here in the 7 o'clock hour. Good morning, San Diego.
Yeah, first we're going to talk about something serious. It's the cyber attack going on against Israel. Basically, a cyber war is happening, and we're going to tell you the very latest with an internet expert and tell you what it means for those folks.
A lot of cases, cyber attacks can be just as damaging than a real-life bomb strike type of thing. So we'll be getting an expert in on that. Also, the big stores like Target and Walmart, they may have all the shoppers today, but tomorrow is all about local businesses and small businesses, getting them in on the action for the holiday shopping season. We're talking about Small Business Saturday, of course, and members of the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce will be with us, along with some small business owners around the county.
Also ahead, we'll get you in the loop. We're talking about a confrontation between Halle Berry and her ex-boyfriend. We'll tell you what happened. But first, it's Black Friday, so shoppers are hitting the malls early this morning for those Black Friday deals.
That's right. Brandy Williams is joining us from the Otay Ranch Town Center in Chula Vista. Good morning, Brandy.
Hey, good morning, guys. Lots of big sales going on here. I'm looking at...
Well, the remains of a roller coaster that was knocked off a New Jersey amusement pier by Superstorm Sandy and partially submerged in the Atlantic Ocean might be left there as a tourist attraction. Seaside Heights Mayor Bill Akers says that officials have not made a decision yet on whether to tear down the roller coaster, but the mayor says he's working with the Coast Guard to see if the coaster is stable enough to leave it alone right where it is because he believes it would make a great tourist attraction. Meantime, efforts to rebuild the storm-ravaged town, they continue this morning. Demolition crews have removed the resort's damaged boardwalk. Right now, let's head over to Dave Scott. He's got a look at our forecast this morning. We got some early morning fog that still seems to be in place around the county, Dave.
Absolutely, and that is you. I still call you that.
Tommy J and ADC.
Tommy J.
Thanks, DS. Appreciate it, buddy.
Let's check in with Carrie Lane this morning. She is at the big bridal gown giveaway. Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Good morning. This is such an exciting 18 minutes. They're intense. They are in, they're putting on their dresses, and they're out the door.
Yeah, you're on the back burner right now. They're focused on getting the dress they absolutely want.
Exactly. Forget about us here at the camera. But the lady that I was just speaking with gave us a thank you card. She's so thankful for what KUSI and all of us are doing to make today possible. So it's an exciting time.
That makes me happy. Next time we see you, will you show us that line again? It's kind of impressive how many people are outside this morning.
Absolutely. I'll bring that to you when we come back next.
And after that, talk to the guy with a very big mustache.
Yeah,
we want to talk with him as well.
Guy.
All right.
Francisco.
Yeah.
Yes,
Francisco
plays an important role in this too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you, Carrie. All right, time to see how Wall Street is shaping up today.
That's right. Jane King is standing by live at the New York Stock Exchange this morning. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Tom and Alexis. Good morning. Live at the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King, Bloomberg News, reporting for KUSI News. Tom and Alexis, back to you.
It'll be interesting, Jane, to see the numbers come next week, how they all turn out on this Friday and for the weekend as well. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yes, it will be.
And I was just reading our friends on Facebook who were commenting about Black Friday, and I just had to mention one woman who's so funny. She says, Jill says, I'd rather put a sharp stick in my eye than go shopping on Black Friday.
Well, okay. We hope we don't run into Jill while we're in these shopping malls.
Don't do it, Jill. All right, straight ahead on Good Morning San Diego. Although a ceasefire has been holding between Israel and Gaza, Israel has found itself under a different kind of attack.
Yeah, we're going to explain this after the break. You're watching Good Morning San Diego. It's 7:21, 57 degrees outside. Well, good morning. It's very foggy outside. Be careful on the roadways if you're heading out shopping. The ceasefire between Israel and Palestinian militants in Gaza appears to be holding this morning, and Hamas leaders, they're declaring victory in this. The mood in Israel has been a bit mixed. Some were grateful that quiet had been restored without a ground operation that could have cost the lives of soldiers, many of them. Others, particularly those in southern Israel hit by rockets over the past 13 years, thought the operation was abandoned too quickly. The country is now under a different type of attack. It's a cyber attack. And joining us this morning is digital forensic scientist Daniel Libby. Good morning. Nice to see you again, Daniel.
Good morning, Tom.
This is a pretty serious situation, and a lot of us don't fully understand yet what a cyber attack is. First of all, describe what that is.
Well, multiple fronts. This is now what can be construed to be a third tier type of an offensive. You've got the conventional warfare, which has stopped. You have a social media campaign that is still ongoing, and you have a cyber attack. The cyber attack actually started prior to the physical attack by the Hamas militants.
And who are the targets of these cyber attacks?
Primarily is Israeli Defense Forces. Their websites, their databases. Anonymous is the group that's behind this. Anonymous is a non-affiliated cyber vigilante, in effect, organization. And they've been attacking the Israeli infrastructure now for going on 6 or 7 days.
Now, why Israel? Why is Anonymous focused on them and not, say, Hamas or the Palestinian territory?
Anonymous is in league with Hamas.
Okay, well, that explains that. Talk about the civilians, though. Some of them, in fact, I've read 1 in 7 home office computers in the United States, talking about here, are open to this type of cyber attack. And I'm sure that includes, or that's the same type of risk for civilians in Israel as well.
Correct. 1 in 7 here in the U.S. we've confirmed that are compromised and can be used as a tool for Anonymous in their attacking of the Israeli forces.
Okay, what kind of damage are we looking at here? These anonymous cyber attacks, what kind of damage is sustained by this group?
What they primarily do is what's called a dedicated denial of service attack, meaning they marshal up all of these compromised computers and they tell them simultaneously all to go to a particular website. What happens, maybe an Israeli Defense Forces website, and all of those requests coming into the same time take the website down. Now, Anonymous has moved further in this one in that they are actually attacking and compromising databases of the Israeli Defense Forces and then publishing the results of those to prove to them that they've done it.
So this also, I would imagine, opens up Israel to become a victim of espionage.
Most certainly.
Stealing data, information that could be classified as top secret.
I don't know that they've gotten into their classified networks, but the information that they have published to date, it certainly comes from the Israeli Defense Forces.
Okay, it's a scary situation. Fascinating to learn more about this. Daniel Libby, thanks for your insight. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Still to come here on Good Morning San Diego, newly released emails from the Department of Defense is detailing the burial of Osama bin Laden. We'll have that coming up. We'll explain. You're watching Good Morning San Diego. Don't go away. At least 2 people have died after a multi-vehicle wreck in Beaumont, Texas. That accident happened about 9 o'clock yesterday morning. Authorities say up to 100 people were transported to area hospitals with injuries. Look at the wreck there. The interstate has been shut down in both directions throughout the day, and as you can see, some vehicles are literally crushed. Between 50 to 100 vehicles were involved in this. Authorities believe foggy driving conditions may have caused the pileup.
A carbon monoxide leak.
This morning, the family of Puerto Rican boxer Hector Macho Camacho has to decide whether to remove him from life support. This comes after a doctor ruled him clinically brain dead on Thursday. Camacho was shot in the face on Tuesday. According to Puerto Rican authorities, Camacho was sitting in a car with another man who was shot twice and killed, authorities say. They say the suspects escaped after a shootout with them in a residential complex. As a fighter, Camacho had a reputation for his ring antics. In his personal life, he fought legal issues from drugs and other problems. Camacho fought professionally for more than 25 years, retiring in 2010. He had a career record of 79 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws.
You might not know.
Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday, and we'll be talking with some small business owners.
Yeah, don't get all your shopping done today. Save it for tomorrow. We'll tell you about shopping local. This is Good Morning San Diego.